Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is the one and only Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. I tried to time it. I'm always trying to time it. How's everybody doing? I finally got the podcast rig in the office. I could not be happier. These are the headphones. I love these things. These things are great. This is the mic. I've been using this thing since 2014. No reason to stop now, right? Right. I'm very happy. I sound better. I sound crisp and clear. Shut up. I do. You know I do. I'm at home now. I still got a bit of a mess behind me. The desk is not where it's going to be full time. Yes, I may not even be in the same office at some point. I may be in the office next door. However, the lighting in here is stupendous, and I don't need a ring light. But I look very washed out. Look how white I am. Now, I'm pretty white, okay? Not to my soul, all right? But, like, physically, I'm pretty freaking white, right? So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, look at that. Whew, man, only getting whiter. Isn't that crazy? I burn easy. I'm pasty. I'm almost transparent. I'm like Scotch tape, man. I'm your boy, Scotch tape. Before we get cranking here today, first of all, happy Saturday to you. That's right. It's Saturday here on the Main Event. It's Saturday's Main Event. It's on Saturday night. Get it? They got that copyright anyway. I couldn't take it if I wanted to, and I don't want to. Okay. But, yeah. So anyways, happy Saturday to you. I cannot promise you that this is the day for the Main Event moving forward. The reason I can't is because your boy needs a day off. All right. Sunday's a day off for sure, okay? But I'd love to have Saturday as well. So I'm going to have to go back and look at this thing and see how busy I am with the new job and all that good stuff. So don't get too all comfortable with what you see here before you today, because I may choose to change it. Now, I know people don't want to hear that stuff. I totally get it. You guys want to know where your boy's going to be. And I get that. Trust me, I'd like to know where I'm going to be on any given day. However, again, you know, I got to figure this out. But I want to thank everybody here for being extremely patient. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. You guys continue to shock and astound me. I do very, very much appreciate you guys. You guys are the best on the planet, best fans I could ever hope to have. I'm going to share this to the Twitter machine, so hold tight, would you? And by the way, if you haven't shared this link, you're doing life wrong. Please go share this link. Share this show on your page, on the Twitter, anywhere you possibly can. And before I look at my screen again, you best be hitting that like button or heads are going to roll. I'm just kidding. Heads aren't going to roll. But anyway, be nice and hit the like button for God's sake, and turn on the notification bell so you know when your boy goes live. There you go. Let's see here now, boy. All right. I'm just going to throw a punctuate. I can't see the keyboard. Yeah. So anyways, this moment of typing brought to you by Tom Clark's Main Event. Bam. Yeah, dude, if you have not shared this show, you're doing life wrong. Please go do it for me. I greatly appreciate it. And now, because you shared the show, because you mean loads to me, and I love all of yins, now I'm going to give you what you've been asking for. Bam. Isn't that pretty? We're official now, baby. And it's time to address everybody in the room. Please, let's do this first. The banner is banning. Bam. There we go. So let's address everybody here in the room today and see who is first to the party. Sugar Shane, first to the table. How you doing, my friend? Josh, how you doing, dude? Is your avatar pic with Darth Vader? That's the coolest thing ever. Watch that guy. He's dangerous. Jumping Jeff Sharma. How you doing, my friend? How's that baby doing? Belinda, good to see you. Adolf Korosek. Hello, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. Have you ever watched the show? Please tell me you watched the show. I feel like I ask people that and then I'm an idiot and don't remember. Ray All Day's here. What's up? E, how you doing, my friend? Shannon, how you doing? Good to see you. Mark, what's going on? CRC in the house, folks. Thank you, my friend, for watching. Molly, how are you, my dear? Thank you for hanging out. Jamel in Vegas, how you doing? Eric Jackson is in the house. Gerald, what's going on, my friend? Where is you? There you is. Brian Fisher, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, trust me, we're going to be talking about it up in here today. Vic, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Yeah, dude, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Everybody just tranquilo. Tranquilo, okay? Reggie, what's going on, dude? Dude, I love your profile page. Is that your boy? Well done. Double V, Victor Vasquez in the house. Brett, what's going on? We're going to get into it, my friends. We're going to get into it. Daryl, want to talk about releases and name changes. It's only another day in the world of WWE. Alicia D. Byers-Brown, how you doing? Good to see you. Alma, how you doing today? There you go. Yeah, Vic, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, I promise you. All right, kids, we've got a massive show here today, and I got a hard out at like 12:58 because immediately today after the main event, we're going live for High Velocity Wrestling. So if you guys are interested, just click over. If you're not watching the feed right now on my Facebook page or the High Velocity Wrestling, well, it's this not, you know what I'm saying. You can, if you're not watching this on Tom's Facebook page, I'm Tom, what's up? If you're not watching it there, please feel free to click over after the show's over, or you can watch us on the High Velocity Wrestling page or the High Velocity Wrestling YouTube page. There it is. We've got ticket information. So if you're curious about what's going on, you do not want to miss it. Jamel says the wife said she appreciates being able to hear and watch today. Your wife's watching? I got to look my best, man. How's the profile? How's the shelf? Am I good? Am I good? I don't know which side's the best. I don't know. Everyone say hello to watch this, Jamel's wife. Are you watching? This is fun. We can do magic. You ready? Everyone tell Jamel's wife hello. Go. Everybody. Everybody watching, tell Jamel's wife hello. Jamel will tell you, this stuff works, baby. I does magic up in here, man. See there? Look, are you what? Tell me she's watching this. This is the funniest thing ever. This is what David Letterman would call stupid human tricks. Oh my God, it's the best thing. Look at this. Tell me that doesn't make your day. It doesn't make your day when people are extraordinarily nice to you and wish you a good day and say hello to you. Dude, come on, man. People can be nice when they want to. Jamel, tell her anytime. Anytime. Absolutely. And plus, thank you, Jamel's wife, for watching. Kids, it's time to talk about stuff. We've got a massive AEW World Championship match coming up at Double or Nothing on May 29th. CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page. We're kicking the show off today with some AEW. Get over it. But I want to know what you guys and gals think about this match. And I'm leading off this question. Is Punk the new champ on May 29th? I want to know what you guys think. Look, they're still saying hello, Jamel's wife. You see this? Isn't that funny? It's funny. Who you guys got? You got Punk or Page? And by the way, folks, before we go any farther here, please hit the like button, share this feed, and hit the notifications bell as well. Please and thank you. I'm nothing if not polite, baby. Mama raised me right, dude. No main event cup. I got to bring that thing to the office. Oh, my God. I'm drinking out of the Beatles mug today. Oh, Jamel, Jeff says my wife's got no choice. Jeff's like, my wife's hostage, man. She don't have a choice but to watch you. I got a face made for radio, Jeff's wife. That's funny. Mark says Punk wins the belt. Mark evidently is very excited for this match. Adolf says I got Punk putting Page over. Shannon says I got Page retaining. Ray says Punk looks ready to take the belt. I feel Page is not holding it, but then King Cole takes it. Honestly, Ray, I don't think Punk takes it, in my opinion. Everyone, please welcome Ron Emerson to the show today, kids. Alma says, where'd you go, Alma? There you is. Alma says Punk for the win. Jamel's wife says hello, all, and she said Punk. I love Punk. You guys know I love me some Punk. Always have, always will. I love Paige as well, though. I honestly think that Paige is retaining the title. I think that, I'm pretty sure this match is going to lead directly into what's going to happen at Forbidden Door in June. I'd love to go to that show. We're going to start a fun today. Send Tom and his son to Chicago for Forbidden Door. Oh, that's delicious. Brett says Paige wins. Shannon says your next champion is MJF. Interesting. Ron says Punk wins, drops it to Kingston. Can we see Kingston as champ? The people would love it. I think he'd be great. He's not exactly Flair. He's not exactly Danielson, but who is Flair Danielson, right? So to be fair, Kingston is the people's champ. I would submit. Plus, talk about a guy who's earned it. That's an interesting take. Victor says if Punk wins, the next champ will be someone from the Blackpool Combat Club. Ooh. Gerald says Punk takes the belt and turns heel. Gerald, I'm not saying you're wrong, brother. I'm not saying you could be wrong, but I'm just. Do we see Punk? I'll throw it to the gallery here. Do we see Punk as a heel anytime soon in AEW? I personally don't know if I see that. Excuse me, but that's just me. Molly says, is it really Morrissey on Wednesday? It does appear to be Kaz XL, if that's what he's calling himself now. What's he? Oh, that's right. He is calling himself William Morrissey, right? That looks to be it. That looks to be the guy on Wednesday. Yeah. Is Scorpio Sky going face? Ray, I would submit that he more than likely is, yes. Shane says Paige wins, but it will be controversial. In what way, Shane? What do you think? Shane's calling it. I want to know what you think. Ron says Punk can act heel, but he won't be a heel to the fans. He's too beloved like Orton. I don't know if we need that anymore, brother. We've already got Britt Baker doing that. Do we need another one? Turn Britt face. Hey, Tony, turn Britt face, okay? Enough's enough. She's a face, all right? Enough of this heel stuff. There you go, Gerald. You can't teach that. Talk about a guy that really blew things. Not Morrissey, but, his little doofus sidekick. Yeah, Chris, I don't think NZO is going to be with him. We'll see. This is going to be an amazing match, dude. I think this is going to steal the show, and that's saying a lot for an AEW live event, kids, because if you've never been to an AEW live event, everybody on the card steps up to do everything in their power to steal the show. Believe me when I tell you that, okay? Believe me when I tell you that. So, but we shall see. We got a lot of show to get to, kids. We're going to move on, all right? FTR. What about those Asheville boys, huh? All right. You guys know, if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to drop the alpha on you. It's coming from my new job, baby. I'm not going to tell you what it means. Go look it up. So here's some alpha on FTR. If you guys don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. Cash Wheeler came up in High Velocity Wrestling. True story. True story. Stephen the Fever Walters, as he was known in High Velocity Wrestling back in the day. So we knew him when he was just a young up-and-coming guy, busting his hump to get better, learning his craft each and every week and every show he could possibly work. So to see where he's at now, having traveled the world, having great matches on live television with his best friend, with opponents that are so much either better than him or as good. And this guy is plying his craft and doing his thing. And listen, you can make the argument that FTR is the best tag team in the world. He and Dax are just so freaking good. They are. What did you think about these guys facing off on Dynamite? Molly says that match was amazing. Jamel says forever the revival. Well done. Gerald says great fight with FTR. Absolutely. Oh, that's right. Ron, you're right. FTR is working this coming weekend in South Carolina Patriotic Wrestling Federation with Mick Foley as their manager. Yes, they are. Absolutely. It's a good thing about working at AEW. You can take outside bookings. Robert Ray says, great. Thank you, my friend. Mark, you're 100% right. They had lots of spots from the old Bret Hart matches. Owen Hart as well, for sure. Alma says the best match of the night. This was a clinic, old school wrestling, 101 breath of fresh air. Yeah, for sure. 100% agree. If you don't know what everyone's talking about, kids, go look it up. There's a side-by-side comparison. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube by now, but it started out on Twitter. Someone put together Bret Hart and Owen Hart matches side by side with the FTR match, and they matched spot for spot for spot. Robert Ray says he's living Wardlow. We'll get there, my friend. We'll go ahead and throw it up. I put a tweet out this morning that I said, you know how they're calling him, who is it? MJF and Sean Spears are calling him War Piggy. Don't be surprised when the day comes, when the time comes that Wardlow finally squares off against MJF 101, one-on-one in a live event. I don't know when it's going to be, but when it finally happens, don't be surprised when Wardlow comes down to the ring to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. Wouldn't that fit? Wouldn't that be great? I say just lean into it. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I love that song. If you don't love that song, there's something wrong with you. I can totally picture him doing that. Everyone, please welcome to the show from the Hashtag Truth Podcast. It's Mr. Scott Larson. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Yeah, dude, I think it'd be great. Tell me that wouldn't be great. Him coming out to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. I would love that. I would love that. Lean into it. You know what I mean? Don't run from it. Lean into it. Take the power away from MJF, man. Take the power away. Alicia says we all need more Wardlow. He's a beast. There we go. There we go. Yep. There we go. Man, dude, Ray E is coming at you, dude. He's coming at you. Ray says, why did Swerve lose? He just got there. Ray, I love Swerve too. But listen, man, I mean, you know, this thing where AEW brings in stars, brings in names, and they don't lose for like 6 months to a year, we can't always keep up that trend. Pro wrestling is not always about how many matches you win. Not all the time. You know that, Ray. I think if he's going to win to anybody, loses to anybody, loses to Darby. I personally was okay with that. Let's take the FTR topic and blend it into the Owen Cup. If you don't know, now you'll know. Dax Harwood, by beating Cash Wheeler on Dynamite on this past Wednesday night, is now qualified for the tournament. He joins Samoa Joe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole in qualifying for the tournament. It begins next month. The finals will take place at Double or Nothing on May 29th. Along with the men and women's tournament will also take place at the same time. Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, Red Velvet, Ruby Soho, and Britt Baker have all qualified. Storm and Hayter are scheduled to meet in the first round. So there you go. I'm looking forward to this tournament. I think it's going to be utterly fantastic. I can't wait to see what goes down. It's going to be fun to watch. They're doing things the right way over there, kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of all the talent for sure. But I'm also a fan of the brand right now, of what they're doing, because are they doing everything right? The answer to that is no. And I've got two major quarrels with this company right now. One is the whole Sammy and Ty Conti thing, and that can be for another time. The other is we're not going to turn Britt face. What are you doing? And it's, at the end of the day, are they minor inconveniences? They are. But look, dude, for me personally, from where I'm sitting, I just don't think it's, there are some things that I'm not too awful crazy happy about. But, they're not blowing my phone up to ask me what I think either. And neither is Vince. Vince still hasn't called me. I don't know what's going on. What do you guys think about the Owen Cup? Are you looking forward to this? Ray, shocker, says Cola's winning the cup, and I'll do the happy dance. There you go. Let's see what else here, boy. Vic says, I love Black Sabbath, Iron Man. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Man, Ray and E are going to go at each other, man. We may have to have a no holds barred Falls Count Anywhere match with these two guys, dude. So, yeah, man, but it's going to be good. I can't wait for it. Victor says, where'd you go, Vic? What's your thoughts on AEW New Japan pay-per-view coming up? It's going to be awesome. Forbidden Door's going to be, I may even be there. We'll see. I don't know I can't say for sure, but we'll see. It depends on if Okada's there, if Rainmaker's there. If the Rainmaker's there, the main eventer may be there. That's me, because the main event doesn't mean I'm a main eventer. I'm not working Okada. Jamil says, can't wait for the cup. Same here. Where is Timothy Gonzalez? Someone go send a search party for Timothy Gonzalez. There you go. Let's see here, boy. Joe says the Owen Cup starts at UBS Arena on Long Island. There you By the way, folks, for anyone here, if you've not done it yet, please hit the like button, hit your notifications bell, and please share this on your Facebook page. I would greatly appreciate and I humbly ask that you do these things. And if you do, you too will get a cookie. Cookies are coming. Never you fear. The Tom Clark's Main Event branded cookie. I'm working on it. I'm really not. But wouldn't it be awesome if I was? Ray says he's going May 11th. Long Island. There you go. Shane says, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Adam Cole will win the Owen Cup and he will have to face off against one of his friends. I'd be okay with that. Everyone, please welcome to the chat today, HVW owner promoter, Mr. Gary Benfield. We'll be going live, or at least I will for sure. Not sure if he'll be joining me if he can. 1 p.m. Eastern time, immediately after this particular feed. So everybody be ready. I've got like 20 tabs open on my screen today to get prepared for everything. So there you is. There you go. All right. What else we got here, folks? Scorpio Sky has regained the TNT Championship. And to answer previous questions on this show here today, yes, I believe he's turning face. And not a second too soon either, because that Dan Lambert needs to go away. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Get out. I'm just not a fan. The guy can talk a streak. Can he? The guy can talk a streak. But no one cares. I can talk a streak too. Believe that. I can cut a promo at the best of them, but I'm not a wrestler and I'm not in the ring. I don't want to be, trust me. And I'm not a character. I don't want to be a character. I love my podcast and I love doing some pro wrestling stuff with HVW, but I'm not a character. I'm just a dude. That's all it is. All right. But yeah, I mean, he can talk with the best of them. But I don't want him on my TV anymore. It gets weird. The sexist stuff and the chauvinistic stuff. It's weird. The stuff he was doing with Brandy, the stuff he's doing with Conti. I'm just, blech. Ricardo says, I hope Sammy's okay. He landed hard for sure. Everyone, please welcome Timothy's finally here. Tim, we were worried about you, my friend. We were worried about you. So there you go. Ray's very happy with what Tim just said. There you go. So yeah, I like Sky. I think Sky's upside is tremendous. Sky should be a featured attraction in that company, and I feel like he is to a large degree. Sky's a very talented guy, and I don't think Sky as a heel is working. I just personally am not feeling it. Please, everyone, welcome from the Peaches and Power Bombs podcast, Miss Tina Miller. She says, highlight to the party. Just wanted to say Jericho's forever on my boo list. I need justice for the prettiest eyebrows in pro wrestling. Well done. Tina, I love you. Tell Sarah we said hello. Where is Sarah? Sarah's never here hanging out with us. Doesn't she love us anymore? Tell her we love her. I love both you guys. You guys are awesome. Shannon says, happy for Scorpio Sky. The stuff with Sammy and Ty Conti is so cringe. Could not agree more. He says, Adam Cole's AW catering champ. Man, you and freaking Ray, we're going to book this match. We're going to hook it up, man. No holds barred. Ray says, thoughts on Fireball. For a group calling themselves sports entertainers, they sure did pull a gimmick out of 1980s Memphis pro wrestling, didn't they, Shane? Like, what are we doing with that? I get why they did it, right? But like, even the replay does, the slow motion replay, I'm like, why would you slow motion instant replay that? It didn't look good at all. It didn't go in his face. It went on his forehead. You know what I mean? Tina says, Sarah works just about every day. I feel that. I'm feeling that for sure. But yeah, I like Scorpio a lot. I've never been crazy about his name. I don't have to be crazy about his name, okay? But that's just Tom's own personal opinion, okay? It's nothing I have to love, folks, at all. But I like him a lot. To be fair, I still think Dolph Ziggler is one of the worst names I've ever heard in a wrestling ring, or period. I'm saying. It's not a deal breaker. Just my own stuff. Not a deal breaker. Let's see what else we got going on. Deonna Purrazzo is coming straight to AEW. Dynamite coming up this week. She'll make her AEW debut against Mercedes Martinez. Martinez is the interim ROH Women's World Champion. This will be a title unification, pretty sure. Or is it unification? Or is it title for title? Maybe it's title for title. It's champion versus champion. So there you go. It's going to be a good match. They faced off before, of course. What do you guys think about Deonna Purrazzo? Because for the most part, everybody pretty much loves Deonna Purrazzo and thinks that she's great. I have very high opinion of Deonna Purrazzo. You talk about somebody that really developed herself. And once she got away from WWE, it's going to be, I mean, she's done such good work since she left that company, dude, for sure. So what's everyone's take on her? Tim's asking about Dem Boys and Adam Cole. Oh, I see. I love Dem Boys. You guys know that. Mark says the Virtuosa, very, very good. Joe says it is unification. Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Sandy, you will always get a free pass from me, dude. You be as late as you want to be or as early as you want to be. You have earned that. Ray says, I like Purrazzo a lot. Like to see her win. I think she will win. I could be wrong, but I think she'll go over on Wednesday. We'll see. Kids, I continue to ask everybody here to please share the link, if you will. Share the show everywhere you possibly can, starting on the Facebook. Also, hit the like button. And if you will, please and thank you, hit the notifications bell. That would be awesome. I would very much love all you guys for that. Welcome, Paul, to the show. What's up, Paul? Cardona is the king of doing his work. Cardona is the king of doing his work, in my opinion. Cardona, you talk about somebody that really has, I don't want to say turned around because he wasn't going in a bad direction to begin with, but somebody who's, doing his thing, man. Good for him. Good for him. I like Cardona. Zack Ryder was a great name. I'm on the record. I like Zack Ryder. I like the name. You know what I mean? But it's all right. Everyone, please welcome Tina Tadlock to the show. Hello, my dear. How are you? Good to see you. E says, should Sting and Darby win the tag titles? Sure. Why not? I think it'd be cool. Give Sting another championship before he eventually hangs it up. Yes, Ray. Absolutely. AEW Trios Championship. I'd be shocked if that didn't happen. So, yeah, Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez. This is going to be a match to watch. Do not miss it this coming Wednesday night on Dynamite. Until Dynamite. Going to be good. Going to be good. So, there you go. Let's see. Tina says, I call it about the titles with WWE. She says, I called it. Yeah, well done. Yeah. Mark says they have been doing Cardona dirty recently with a nickname, Mid Cardona. It's all right. He's a heel. It's okay. It's all right. Nicknames are fine when you're heel. Doesn't matter. It's when you're a face that disparaging nicknames are attached to you. That's a problem. When you're heel, all bets are off. You can do anything. You can screw up. You can say something dumb. You can, you can have a dumb catchphrase. They can call you whatever. You can trip on the way to the ring. Doesn't matter. You can screw up your promo. Doesn't matter. You can drop. No, don't drop a person. That's dangerous. But you can drop the ball. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can always cover it. You can always be the butt of the joke. They can always laugh at you because you're heel. It doesn't matter. And you can always jump up, immediately scream and cuss at them and flip them off and say, this is your fault. You're covered. It's a face that can't make mistakes. That's pressure. That is pressure. Tina says, one more 80 comment and I'll quit. Homicide and Hernandez for LAX reunion for... Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I love it. I love LAX, man. Timothy says, your Sixers advance to the next round. Adam Cole's the GOAT. Man, you guys are really, this Adam Cole stuff is really starting to go off the rails here. What else we got here, kids? Josh Alexander in Impact News. Josh Alexander is facing Tomohiro Ishii at Under Siege for the Impact World's Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be May 7th, live on Impact Plus, taking place from Newport, Kentucky. So there you go. Ishii and Josh Alexander. This should be a really, really good match. We shall see what happens. Here's the current card in case you want to know. Now you'll know. Impact's Knockout Champion. Impact Knockouts Champion Tasha Steelz defends against Havoc. Impact Tag Team Champions at Violent by Design defend against the Briscoes. The Briscoes from Sandy Fort, Delaware. I love doing that. The AAA Arena, the arena's champion, Taya Valkyrie defends against Deonna Purrazzo. Bullet Club versus Honor No More. And of course, as we said, the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander, defends against Tomohiro Ishii. I may get that show. It sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty darn good, yes. Absolutely. We'll see. Any comments on Impact? Anybody watching Impact? Jamel says, I'm very much looking forward to this match. There you go. We'll get there, Paul. Be patient. Everybody be patient. We ain't got the WWE stuff yet. Ray said, yeah, they still have intergender matches. I'm with you. I'm not much for that. I'm not much for the intergender stuff, dude. You guys know how I feel. It's just not for me, dude. It's just not for me. Any more thoughts on Impact before we move on? I feel like I need to throw, if there's important headlines on other companies outside of the companies we always talk about. Like, I don't have any New Japan headlines this time. I'm so far behind on watching New Japan, dudes. I'm not even kidding you. It's crazy. Crazy. New job's very demanding, baby, but also very rewarding. And I'm loving it. Ron says, man, it's hard to watch at times, but Impact has had some solid. They're live events. They're pay-per-view events. You know what I mean? They tend to be pretty good. Yeah, you're right. Jordan Grace does a lot of that. The jury's out for me on Jordan Grace. No disrespect. I've just never been I don't know. Another topic for another day. Any thoughts on Sami Callihan is going to return to Impact? Victor Callahan, I'm the same boat. I'm not really. Just me. No one has to agree with me. No one has to disagree with me. Entirely up to you. But for me personally, I'm like, right? Let's see. Paul says, honestly, no idea where. Impact Plus is their streaming service, but also their monthly pay-per-views, or however often they run pay-per-views, what they call pay-per-view, is on FITE, FITE. And they're usually not very expensive. So there you go. There you is. Here's a bit of breaking news that took place in the past several hours. Chris Dickinson. This guy just came back from injury, yes? He was advertised for a GCW event today. He has pulled himself off this event due to domestic abuse allegations. Dickinson is off Saturday's Into Deep show following abuse allegations by independent wrestler Christina Von Eerie. He was originally scheduled to face Biff Busick. Apparently, she has went online on April 27th on Twitter and Facebook, and man, she said all kinds of stuff. Quote, this is quote. All right, I didn't write any of this, kids. Quote, Chris would continuously degrade and insult me and my work. He absolutely hated watching my matches and would rip me apart and make fun of me. This got so bad that I couldn't even watch my own matches back by myself. I began to cringe at the sight of myself, slowly beginning to believe all the awful, mean things he was saying to actually be true. Things started getting physical. He would push me, hold me down, block me from getting to the door, or even pull me off the door and throw me on the bed or the floor. He would throw and break things. He didn't care what it was, end quote. I'm not going to read any more. You guys know I don't typically get into he said, she said stuff. Right now, nothing's proven by anybody. This is all one person's side of the story. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or pass judgment on anyone, but it's a topic of news, and we cover headlines on this show quite often. So that's a topic of headline or a topic of information that you may or may not care about. It's entirely up to you. Again, the guy just came back from injury. Now this happens. So, as I've said multiple times in the past, whether it's pro wrestling or real life or whatever, or combination of the both, if you do something wrong, you should be called out for it and you should face repercussions for it. On the flip side, if you didn't do anything wrong, then shame on the person that said that. But again, I would encourage everyone here to remember it's none of our business. So engaging in speculation is not something we're going to do here. Again, I just presented the headline. I read the quotes. So there you go. Paul says, same woman that was disproven. Like, well, if she was, Paul, this is like now, because he pulled out. This was reported hours ago that he pulled out of today's event. And I don't know how she can be disproven. How would you disprove this if it happened between one guy and one woman behind closed doors? And Paul, maybe you saw a story somewhere that I missed. It is what it is. Athena, the pro wrestler formerly known as Ember Moon. Let's talk about this. On April 28th, this came out. She had an interview with Chris Van Vliet, yes, when she detailed her frustrations with the company. So now here's some quotes, kids. Quote, my last 4 months was just one of those moments that I wasn't having fun anymore. It started with Shotzi being gone and Shotzi being drafted. I was sitting at home and I got a phone call saying, hey, we don't want you to be upset, but Shotzi just got moved to SmackDown and she is debuting with Tegan Nox as the tag team. I was like, but we're the tag team and we have merch and we're doing fun things and we just finally gotten into our groove, end quote. She also said that she spoke to Triple H shortly after and he expressed that he wasn't sure what was happening. There's a shocker. The guy that built the NXT brand to where it should be didn't know what was happening with anything. You know why? Because they were leaving him out of the loop, kids. I'm just saying. She also mentioned that members of the writing team told her they had no idea her and Shotzi had been a team in NXT. Let me say that again in case you missed it. Members of the writing team told her they had no idea her and Shotzi had been a team in NXT.
Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
The left hand continues to not know what the right hand is doing in that company. I don't understand, kids. I don't understand it.
Hot garbage.
Yeah. And also, supposedly, the decision was made she was going to turn heel. Quote, I was like, hey, let me go on a losing streak. Let me get super frustrated. Let me turn. Then the first match happens, and I'm off TV for 4 weeks. And then it just went downhill from there. This is when Hunter disappeared. She had matches she was supposed to do. They pulled her from those matches. She was asked to turn heel in a 205 Live match against Cora Jade. Everything got really, really wacky. Everything's going nuts. Get this. This is a good one. Get this. Are you ready for this? Quote, hey, in 2 weeks, we need you to dye your hair fire colored again. We need you to get the red contacts. You're going back to the old Ember Moon character. This is per Vince. You're going to turn heel, and you're going to turn heel as your old character. 2 weeks later, Athena had shot a video for her return when she was told that she would not be returning to TV. I'm not going to read anymore. You can go look this up. It's a mess, as my mom would say. It's a mess. WWE not knowing what to do with a contracted talent? Perish the thought. All right. Anyway, that's where we are. Isn't that something? Are any of you surprised? You darn well shouldn't be. The inspiration are stepping away from pro wrestling to pursue other interests. That typically means they've been fired, pal. I don't think that's what it means this time. They've just got other stuff they want to do. I think we've known for a while that their real fame and fortune is probably not going to come in wrestling. It's going to come outside of wrestling. No disrespect. They just have always had their eyes on other things, and there's nothing wrong with that. I commend them for sticking together after WWE and for continuing to work as a team and attempting to get better. I'm still not a fan. If Nathan were watching this, he'd be upset with me because he'll be Iconics fan to the death, to the bitter end, waving the flag for the Iconics. Believe that. Here's some ratings before we jump into WWE. This week's Dynamite, 921, down from last week's 930. Rampage just happened last night, so we don't have the numbers, of course, yet. The week before, 422, 518. There's your numbers. And now let's talk about the thing that all you good people wanted to talk about, NXT. Well, guess what, kids? Every time you get comfortable, they start releasing people. Timothy, this is the quote to end all quotes. Tom Clark, send the boy. Send the boy. Oh, my God, that's awesome. He's not here, but that's awesome. Love it. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let me get a few comments here. Yeah, so let's go down the list of people who are released. This happened in the past 24 hours, yes. Most notably, Dakota Kai and Malcolm Bivens. Parker Boudreaux. I mean, Harland. Dexter Loomis, another surprising name. Persia Parada, Draco Anthony, referee Blair Baldwin, Vish Kanya, Mila Milani. Jesus, with these names, dude. Raylan Devine. Enough with the names. Yikes. A couple of things, a couple observations, and I'll go to your comments, okay? Dakota Kai's talented. I don't know if they ever really knew what they were doing with her. That's my own personal opinion. Any given time, she was a star, and then she was nothing. Okay. Malcolm Bivens, I was shocked the day Stokely Hathaway was brought into to NXT. I was shocked. And I actually said at the time, I didn't say this on the show, but I thought at the time, this ain't going to last long. Because he's typically not what they want. Okay. What he brings to the table is usually not what they care about. And who do you think they're going to get rid of first? If it's time to cut payroll, the managers are going to go. I'm not saying I like it. I hate it. I don't want to see anybody lose a job. Believe that, okay? But don't anybody cry for Stokely Hathaway. He's going to be fine. This guy can get work anywhere. He's very talented. He can talk a streak. He'll be great wherever he lands. He'll be great wherever he lands, wherever that may be. Parker Boudreaux thought he was going to be given the moon. They were going to shoot him to the moon. He was the next Brock Lesnar. That's what he thought. That's what they probably told him. Well, guess what? Nope. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Okay? Yeah. Dexter Loomis. They gave him a lot of stuff. This Dexter guy can't say they didn't give him stuff because he's lying if he says that. They gave him a bunch. And they didn't do anything with him at the end of the day. There you go. Dexter says Dexter Loomis to Impact. Jamel says the wife was waiting for Dakota to turn heel. She was calling it every week. Well done. Becca says they are making room for new women to come in that look more like supermodels. That's what John Laurinaitis was instructed to do. Hey, this is a great idea. That's what Vince wants. Oof. Tim says, dream match Okada versus Punk. If Okada versus Punk happens, I will take a train to Chicago if I have to. I'll ride on the back of a flatbed truck with pigs. I don't care. I don't care. Ron says with Harlan, I hear he wasn't improving at the rate they had hoped. I'm not surprised. Don't put them on TV till they're ready. Don't put them on TV till they're ready. And if you invested a whole bunch of money in somebody and they're not ready, maybe you shouldn't invest a whole bunch of money in that somebody. You invest this much money in that somebody, okay? Here's where we're going to be. $500 a week. What's you going to get? Is it. When you're ready, you'll get this much. What do I know? Okay, what do I know? I don't know. We're one like away from 30 kids. Please make that happen for me. I'd be greatly appreciative of that. Becky Lynch's comments. We got to wind this thing down. About 10 minutes, kids. Let's take this thing home shortly. Becky Lynch is doing some talking. She appeared on Drew Garabo Live. Never heard of him. No disrespect. Quote. This is comparing AEW to WWE women's division. Quote, I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately, I don't think they're represented the way that we are. They don't get as much time as we get, and they're not. Frankly, they're not as good as we are. She went on to say, quote, we have certainly on Raw, we have the best women's division in the world. In the world. And I say that without any hesitation in my voice. We have the best women's division in the world. And yeah, competition is great. And it's great for there to be another place. And I have a very good friend, Ruby Soho, over there. And I would love to see her as champion one day. I'd love to see her getting the spotlight that she deserves. Competition is always great. But over here, we're just on another level right now, man. We're on another level. If any of you here who are diehard AEW fans were upset by what Becky Lynch said, do not be upset. This is Seth's girlfriend. Remember that guy that went on social media, picked a fight with Will Ospreay? Said all kinds of stuff about what are you getting paid and who are you and all this other stuff. Seth freaking Rollins, who defends WWE to the death, to the very end, to the bitter end. If anyone gets upset with this, you've lost your mind. All of you have lost your minds. Don't get upset at this. Becky is pro WWE. They spotlight her. She's one of their top guys. Yeah, she's going to be defending that company. It goes with the territory. You're going to be loyal to your brand. Dance with the one that brung you and all that stuff, okay? Are they married now? Okay. Cool. Even more reason to not get upset, folks. Even more reason to not get upset. Seth freaking Rollins. She's now Miss freaking Rollins. She's Beth. She's Becky freaking Rollins. So don't get freaking mad over a wrestler's opinion on another company. Grain of salt, baby. Grain of salt. No matter what she says, if you still love WWE and agree with her, then you're happy. If you still love AEW and disagree with her, you can still be happy. It doesn't matter what she said. It's okay. It's one person's viewpoint. That's all it is. Shut up, Ron. It's Becky freaking Rollins, Ron. Shut up. I'm not putting your stupid quote up on the thing. You're wrong and I'm right. It's Beth freaking Rollins. Shut up, E. I don't need your help, E. I don't need none of your help, E. E, don't be helping E. Okay? It's freaking Becky freaking Rollins. Did I say Beth earlier? It's Becky freaking Rollins. So everybody's showing up in here. It's my show. Jeez. Something else happened this week. The return of Asuka. It only took like 6 years, and she's finally back. And no one is ready for Asuka. You weren't, were you? Nope. Here's my question. They going to do right by her this time? Discuss. By the way, I got like a mug warmer on my desk. This thing's pits of hell hot, dude. I love it. Chad, too bad. What's up, Chad? You're so late, brother. Shan says, been 84 years since Asuka. Well done. Well done. I love it. Victor says, Steve McMahon dished out $500,000 to promote Becky Lynch for us in a boxing match. Yeah. No. Money, 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 money. Yeah. They got it. Bunch of money. So yeah, Asuka returns. Yeah, Ali returned as well. Jumpin' Jeff says absolutely. I don't know. I can't wait to hear this story. There's a story there, kids. He's going to show up on one of these podcasts whenever he finally gets out of there. Chad, don't get used to it. Don't get too used to it. It may not be forever permanent full time. We shall see. I'll let everybody know. Shannon says the pop she got was crazy. Everyone loves Asuka. Yes, they do. Ron says, describe it right by her, being paid to be on TV and work as safe as you can in this dangerous industry, protecting your investments. This being paid to be on TV and work as safe as you can in this dangerous. Okay, you make a good point. Right by her, in my definition, means I'm just personally, maybe this, no, everybody don't think this way. I'm tired of the screaming goofball cartoon character. You're right. That they spotlighted her. She was paid to be on. You're right. And listen, please don't anybody ever use the word bury with me. I hate that word because it's horrible. And it's hardly ever in the proper context. It hardly ever makes any difference. Hardly ever means anything like what you think it means. Trust me. She was not buried. She was on TV. She's been out because she's hurt. She was hurt, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm tired of the screaming cartoon character. I just want more. She didn't do that stuff in NXT, the screaming cartoon character. She didn't. And she was a killer. But they took a killer and turned her into a clown. And I just don't care for that. I've used that analogy a lot, right? I have. I love it, actually. But I can't help it. It's just how I feel. You're right. As long as she's safe, she's healthy in the ring, and she's a good worker and everything, it's great. Ross says she's so good she be beast. I agree with that. Remember something? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Barry is not. It's. I'm not here for that. It's the whole. People throw that word around a lot in this business, man, and they don't really know what they're talking about. People kept saying Zack Ryder's buried. Zack Ryder's. If anyone knows what buried is, it was Zack Ryder. Remember when Zack couldn't get on TV, and the only thing he had in this world was his own YouTube channel. It's all he had because that company didn't care about him. But when the YouTube channel took off and Internet Championship nonsense took off, they put him on TV. After that, he's no longer buried. When he's on TV, he's featured. People are popping for him. That's not buried. What happened to him before? Absolutely. Being left off TV and never get to work. What are you doing? That's the definition of a burial, folks. In my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. WWE Backlash. A quick rundown of the card. Backlash coming Sunday, May 8th. So a week from tomorrow. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, and I Quit match. Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the Bloodline, 6-man tag team match. AJ Styles versus Edge, Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss. That, so far, kids, is your backlash card. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, he's coming up on Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin's, that is, Broken Skull Sessions. If you think he's not going to say the word AEW by name, you're crazy. If you think he's not going to mention Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, you're crazy. If you think he's not going to say the word Dynamite, you're crazy. And Tony Khan, you're crazy. Cody's got to do everything that he's wanted to do. This is the Cody Rhodes from AEW transplanted into WWE. Not the Cody that we knew or that fans knew from the old WWE, the old Cody from the old WWE. This is Cody here transplanted. Nothing changed. The hair, the tat, the music, the gear, the finishers, names of the finishers, the weight belt, presentation, the wrestling style, nothing changed. Tony Khan's name is going to get mentioned on that show. I wouldn't bet my life on it because that's dumb. I got too much to live for, but I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised for sure. Rebecca, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Numbers, kids, read them and weep. This past Raw, 1.61 million, about the same as the last week, 1.6. NXT, 577, just a scooch from 569. SmackDown was last night. We don't know yet, of course. Last week, 1.95. Guess what that means? The floor is open. Ray, all day we await. We patiently await your question. Bam. Come on, Ray, all day. Don't let us down. Ray, you see that? Look, as soon as I said it, Ray shows up. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Digital Underground or De La Soul. And part 2, Heavy D or Chub Rock. And if Adam Cole came to your house with a tray of veggie burgers, could I have one? And after the burgers, wanted to go for a bike ride, or is that bike ride? Could I please come as well? If you're talking about veggie burgers, dude, I'm a massive fan of Beyond Burger. I love those freaking things, dude. No joke. I might have one today. Those things are so freaking good, man. So yeah, if there's one left, you can have it. But if there's only one left and I haven't had one, you're out of luck, Ray. I love you, but I don't love you that much. I love those things. I will go De La Soul. Ooh, I'll go Heavy D. There you go. And yes, you can go on the ride for sure. He says, I read that Cody wants to bring back the Winged Eagle belt. I'm here for that all day. Shane says Willie Nelson or Johnny Cash. Oh, Shane's getting in on Ray All Day's territory here, baby. Pick a wrestler and play cornhole against Ray and Adam Cole. Oh, I see. Willie Nelson or Johnny Cash all day. And listen, that's not to disparage Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is a very underrated guitar player. Very underrated guitarist, for sure. Victor says Barrett is what WWE is going to do, is doing to Alexa Bliss. She's just waiting for a call to return to TV. Yeah. I mean, we'll see when it happens. Ricardo says, I'm glad there's no tag unification match. WWE would just care about the tag division even less. Completely agree. Mark says thoughts on Ty Valkyrie's return to Impact. I'm not a massive Ty Valkyrie fan. No disrespect. Just not a massive fan. I like her. And again, it's no disrespect, but I think she's good. And do I think she's great? That's just me. Jeff says thoughts on scrapping the tag title unification. I'm happy about it as well. We don't need to unify those belts. Ray, I can't swear to you I've had an Impossible Burger. I don't think I've had one. I'm gonna get some. Are they better than Beyond Burgers in your opinion? Shan, I will tell the boy. Thank you very much. Ron says Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra. Ooh, that's too hard. I don't know if I can do that one. I love both those guys, man. Fly Me to the Moon. Best Frank Sinatra song ever. Ray says, what's next for Finn? I don't want to guess about Finn Balor, man. Jeez. I just don't want to. I love Finn. He says AJ versus Ospreay versus Jay White versus Danielson. Who would you want to win? I don't care who wins. That would be a match for the ages right there. Would Danielson fit into that? Maybe. I mean, I'm sure he would. Danielson fits into everywhere. Is it a winner take all at Backlash? You guys will know more than I do because I'm not keeping up with WWE full time. Yes, everybody go follow Sandy Klein, Sandy in Germany's page, World of Wrestling. Mark says, why is there still a brand split? Roman has both belts. It doesn't make sense. It would be better to end it and just have Roman on both shows. From your lips to the ears of God, my friend. Mark says, congratulations to Austin Theory on winning the U.S. Championship. Absolutely. Get me to 30 likes, kids. We're one away. Make this happen for me. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Who's winning the Owen Cup? I think Cole might win. That'll make you happy, Ray. You don't make me happy? 30 likes. Please and thank you. Man, our audience is gone. It's okay. Ron says, I worked a show last night, ring announcer, so I missed SmackDown and Rampage. Yeah, I just watched. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that 30. I was watching Rampage earlier today. I've not finished it yet, so I got to finish it up. Well, kids, speaking of finishing up, we are taking it home. I would greatly encourage all of you, please, 2 minutes from now, switch over to my Facebook page or the High Velocity Wrestling Facebook page with the black and purple logo. We're going to go live with HVW ticket information for HVW Arrival on Saturday, June 18th. Please, you guys, if you would do that, just give us some views and a little some sparkling conversation. That'd be awesome. I want to thank you, all you guys, again for hanging out. Thank you, as always, for having my back, for always being there for us. We do greatly appreciate it. We're going to get out of here. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. I'll have news coming up this week about when we go live again with the main event. Please stay tuned for that. And, yeah, we're getting out of here, folks. Thanks again, everybody. Love you guys to death. Mean it. Have a great weekend. Thanks again, folks. See you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.